What's good, y'all? It's your boy KingDow, and welcome to the second installment of the music video breakdowns, where I take you guys into the behind-the-scenes journey of what it was like creating the different music videos that have led to the current KingDow, and showing you guys my world about how I think about my sound, how I think about the motion picture of my art, because music videos are also a part of the art. They are a visual conception of what an artist is thinking and how they interpret the world, and that's what I want to show you guys. We just did My Time, which was the first one. The second one is The Movement.
On the gas, trying to fill my bank account and also teach this goddamn class. Just about a year ago, I was sitting at the desk. Now I got
a couple months, I want to say, after My Time. The production was also done by my guy Jonathan Bumpus. Shout out to him. Zach Purnell was my videographer for this as well. And this was also a song and video that also made it on my Time album. It was actually the second song to that album. We basically filmed this, I want to say, it was at the skate park near my house in Mill Creek. For anyone who lives in the PNW, the North End, Washington, Mill Creek is a small suburb. It's a little south of Everett. It's in the Snohomish County area. I grew up in Mill Creek since I want to say my high school. Yeah, since high school all the way up until the age I am now, 28, when you guys are seeing this. And so My Time, we did it at the skate park, at the McCollum skate park near my place. I was super tired. It was a day where I just got off like my tutoring job. I was working my tutoring job back then still. Me and Zach, I told him like, yeah, for this one, basically the same concept. I just in terms of like me just dancing, having a good time, bouncing to the music, because if you listen to the music that Jonathan created, it's very bouncy, like I want to say just like very wavy trap vibe, but very happy, because the movement, you know, in the lyrics I'm saying, let's go, let's get it, I'm up, I'm with it, you know what I'm saying, I know I gotta go. Like the idea is basically just to stay on the mission, keeping yourself moving, the momentum, hence the movement. And a lot of people like this too. It was a very bouncy, catchy song that I would you know, perform a lot in my earlier stages of my career. And so in the music video, you see me like at the skate park dancing in the big skate bowl. I think that's what they call it, right? And then like the railings and all that stuff. I'm wearing red long sleeve. I'm wearing you know, like with an over, you know, blue hoodie, and you know, just dancing, and like I'm very animated. I think I'm wearing my gold chain that my mama gave me. Shout out to her, still got it here too, you know. And yeah, you know, back when I had like my short twist in my hair, you know, some people off Twitch stream, shout out to Cobreak, back in the day when he used to have a stream back in 2020, when I would show people those videos back in the day, they would say, oh, there's KingDow. So you could say this is the KingDow days. But yeah, it was a fun time. I was just showcasing my energy. This one was a lot harder in terms of like, you know, because I'm dancing and rapping and singing, right? A lot more in this song. There's a lot more happening. There's 2 verses, a couple hooks. I rap a lot faster in the second verse, and so I remember that being very challenging. Stop on the motion, I'm kicking, I'm looking, you know, like stuff like that, you know, that kind of flow, right? And so you'll get to see it, and it looks like very smooth how we played it off, but trust me, I messed up quite a bit. We did multiple takes that obviously Zach could pull from, and it doesn't matter how much you mess up, when as long as you just like show that energy when you are doing it, and it comes off like confidently, no one's ever gonna notice. Because trust me, a lot of my music videos, if you look back, you may think like, oh, this is dope, but like I remember like, oh, I fucked up a lot there, but no one will ever notice because of the energy and the presence that I show. And that's the one thing I gotta give kudos and pat myself on the back. You know, like most people in the beginning of their career, they're very nervous. You know, like a lot of their first videos, the energy is very low, but I would always did a good job of keeping my energy high every time I would perform, because a music video is a performance. It's a visual performance. It's a virtual visual stage that you're giving to the audience so they can be a part of your world. And so I did that really well with My Time, obviously with The Movement. I would say I come off very confident, almost cocky to a degree. I'm just walking around like, man, I run this shit, like this is my skate park, you know, like this is my world, you know what I'm saying? And people can feel that, you know, like if you watch that video, I'm sure it's gonna make you want to dance, you want to get into it, you know what I'm saying? It's very crisp. Shout out to Zach again, that color grading's on point. All his videos, like you can tell the growth that we have, and especially he has visually, but like even his first videos that he did with me are still so professional, leagues above anyone's latest videos today. And I say that like with a lot of confidence. Zach is the best in the PNW. You heard it first, and the best in the world. Let's get it. KingDow. But anyways, yeah, the movement, you see a lot of like things going on in terms of my energy, my presence. You know, you can see that in the photos that we took as well, that we used as the thumbnails later. And that's another thing I like to do too. Zach is also my photographer too. So while we're shooting these videos, we're also making photos and promo content to use to build up the hype to these things. We got it done. I remember there was a lot of kids on the skate park that were just like skating by, that would be watching with their dads, you know. And there's also like a soccer field near where we're shooting, so they're like people were playing soccer and stuff. And that's the thing too, is like usually and a lot where we'd be shooting these videos, people will always be passing by asking what's going on, all that stuff. And I'm a very focused but very flexible, and like I'm never distracted by what's going on. Sometimes like I might get an idea like, hey, you want to be part of this video, you know, and we'll talk about that later in my mental note music video later on when we get to that, because that did happen, you know, getting people to be a part of that. But yeah, in this instance, you know, there's a lot of like, you can't see it because Zach does such a good job of editing, but there's a lot of people watching, you know, and it looks like empty, but it really wasn't, you know what I'm saying? So that's the power of like editing, right? That's the power of editing. That's the power of like the motion picture, moving the camera around, the power of like even the artist myself, like making you just realize it's just me and you know, the whole world could be blowing up, but you would never notice because I'm so poised and focused on what I'm doing. So that's the movement, quick and easy. I think it took us like a couple hours to put together. That was like another single that I dropped, I want to say like within the next 4 weeks on my channel. People enjoyed it. I think that movement was like basically my 4th song that I put out on all streaming, just out in the world, because I didn't start putting stuff on streaming platforms, I want to say, until like later in 2018 when the album came out. And so yeah, that dropped on SoundCloud, the single, and then that music video obviously dropped on YouTube. It was just a lot. It was dope. The joggers I was wearing in that, I don't have anymore because they ripped from like other videos and dancing, all that. That's another thing that happens too, like a lot of, you know, changing of outfits and all that different stuff, putting these music videos together. But yeah, I was grateful for that, and it was another thing in my head. It put the energy behind my back, like, okay, we're doing it, let's ramp it up, because my time was the start and the movement was the continuation of that energy. Because there's like a story between, the story is like, my time has begun, now let's create the movement to keep going forward. And that's what I want to exemplify in that music video. So this is the breakdown to the movement music video. I hope you enjoy. Shout out to Krazymak again behind the camera. Link down below to follow my guys Zach, Krazymak, myself, if you want to be more in touch with like everything that I've been doing. And if you want to go back and watch this music video that I'm talking about, which is also in the Dow documentary. And if you want to follow my guys too, because everyone that I've been mentioned has a part to play in my story. So I want all of us to get our shine, which is why I'm doing this, which is why I'm taking the time out to explain to you guys how I put things together, who had a part to play in it, and why everything is how it is now. So thank you again. This has been your boy KingDow. Follow me at the links below. All my music is on all streaming platforms. Follow me on social media, KingDow. And until the next time, peace, blessings.
On the gas, trying to fill